5. Physical risks shall be managed prudently. 6. A reasonable degree of predictability with respect to the level of tax rates and tax bases shall be maintained, taking into account any tax reforms that may be made in the future. We look at the performance review for fiscal year 2020-2021 approved budget estimates. Honorable Speaker, the revised total budget estimates for the current fiscal year is 13.9 billion Kenya shillings. Initially approved amount was 11 billion Kenya shillings and has been financed as follows. Equitable share, 8.9613934,976 Kenya shillings. Grants, 3.226877395 Kenya shillings. On source revenue, 1.729798232 Kenya shillings. Equitable share. Honorable Speaker, the county received 3.2257680 Kenya shillings from the National Treasury during the first half of the financial year, which represents that 6% of what is expected and leaves 64% to be released in the second half of the fiscal year 2020-2021. Grants. Honorable Speaker, in the current fiscal year 2020-2021, the county received 277,914,093 Kenya shillings under grants on various types, which represents 9% of what is expected. The balance of 91% will be received in the second half of the financial year. On source revenue. Honorable Speaker, the county has in the first half of the fiscal year 2020-2021 collected 417,422,311 Kenya shillings out of a target of 1.7 billion Kenya shillings, which represents a performance of 24%. Generally, the county has received 3.9 billion Kenya shillings in the first half of the fiscal year, against an annual target of 13.9 billion Kenya shillings, which represents a funding level of 28%. Expenditures. Honorable Speaker, the total expenditure in amounts received in the first half of the financial year was 3.7 billion Kenya shillings, and out of this amount, 2.9 billion, which represents 79%, was utilized to fund recurrent items, while 0.78 billion, which represents 21%, was used to fund development programs. We look at on resource envelope for fiscal year 2021-2022. Honorable Speaker, the proposed count resource envelope for the fiscal year 2021-2022 will be as follows. Equitable share, 9.162,304,232 Kenya shillings, representing 79%. On source revenue, 1.764,394,197, representing 15%. Grants, 716,595,744 Kenya shillings, which is a 6% of the total budget. Total revenues, 11,643,294,172 Kenya shillings. Honorable Speaker, the equitable share will increase from 9.1 billion Kenya shillings from the current amount of 7.75 billion Kenya shillings under the on-source revenues. The county projects to collect 1.76 billion Kenya shillings in the fiscal year 2021-2022, as opposed to the current financial year's projection of 1.72 billion Kenya shillings, while under grants, the county will receive 760 million Kenya shillings in the coming financial year, as opposed to 3.22 billion Kenya shillings for the current financial year. Honorable Speaker, the committee notes that the National Treasury has proposed that some existing conditional grants be converted into unconditional allocations and disbursed as part of the equitable revenue share. These are Roads Maintenance Levy Fund, the grants to level 5 hospitals, compensation of user fees forgone, and rehabilitation of village polytechnics grants. The county executive is proposing to use the above resources, that is 11.6 billion, as follows. A. Recurrent spending, 8.150,305,920 Kenya shillings, which is 70% of the total budget. Under that, we have compensation of employees, which is 6.167,725,100, which is Kenya shillings, which is 53% of the total budget. And under recurrent spending, we also have use of goods and services, which is 1.982,580,820 Kenya shillings, which is 17% of the total budget. And B, development spending of 3.492,988,252 Kenya shillings, which is 30% of the total budget. In relation to the fiscal responsibility principles, the county treasury proposes to allocate 30% of the total revenue on development expenditure, while compensation to employees stands at 53%. The allocation of compensation to employees has violated Regulation 25B of PFMA Act of 2012, which sets it at a maximum of 35% of total revenue. However, the proposal of the county treasury relating to development expenditure is in line with Section 107 of the PFMA, which sets it at a minimum of 30%. We look at proposed sector ceilings for the fiscal year 2021-2022. Honorable Speaker, the county treasury in its submitted CFSP had proposed the sectoral ceilings as shown in the table below, and I would wish to request that members look at the ceiling, the table that is in our reports. And the title of the table is Department Revised Budgetary Allocations for the fiscal year 2020-2021 and Proposed Budgetary Ceilings for fiscal year 2021-2022. Madam Speaker.
Honorable Dominic, because of the importance of this paper, just say briefly, in summary, what are they to look for in that table? What comparables or comparatives do they need to look for? What are the red flags they need to look at? Without reading the figures, just guide them. Then later they will be able to go through.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, under that table, we are giving out the county entities, which is the departments, and revised estimates for the fiscal year 2020-2021. And then we also giving proposed budget ceilings for the fiscal year 2021-2022. And we are looking at the recurrent budget and development budget. You can look at those figures for each county entity and look at the totals for each entity. On both the revised estimates for fiscal year 2020 and 2021 and proposed budget ceilings for fiscal year 2021-2022. At the bottom of the table, you will find total recurrent for the revised estimates in the fiscal year 2020-2021 being 8.786,182,662 Kenya shillings on recurrent, and on development we have 5.132,427,940 Kenya shillings, giving a total county allocation of 13.918,610,602 Kenya shillings. On the proposed budget ceilings for fiscal year 2021-2022, at the bottom of the table, we have total for recurrence as being 8.150,305,921 Kenya shillings. And for development, we have 3.492,988,252 Kenya shillings, giving a total county allocation of 11.643,294,173 Kenya shillings. Honorable Speaker, as per the above table, the committee notes that the compensation to county employees has been consolidated under the Department of Finance and Economic Planning. The committee, in its recommended ceilings, has put the sectoral salaries back to respective departments, as shown in the table below. This is to promote accountability and transparency in paying of salaries to county employees. Madam Speaker, the revised figures are in the table that follows, and it takes the shape of the former table. However, we have added another column for salaries adjustments, Madam Speaker, for how we spread the salaries. And at the bottom of the table, we have total for recurrent under the proposed ceilings for fiscal year 2021-2022, under recurrent as 8.150305,921 Kenya shillings, and for total on development as 3.492,988,252 Kenya shillings, giving it a total of 11.643,294,173 Kenya shillings. When we adjust the salaries, Madam Speaker, and look at the adjusted ceilings for the fiscal year 2021-2022, the totals will agree with the proposed ceilings, Madam Speaker. And I request the House to look at the column of the adjusted ceilings, salaries for each department, Madam Speaker.
And your proposals are guided by what?
Our proposals to adjust salaries are to ensure that each department takes accountability for the salaries for each employees, its employees, Madam Speaker.
Proceed.
The 2021 CFSP shows that the county intends to use 8.15 billion in the fiscal year 2021-2022 on recurrent expenditures, which is 70%, whereby out of this amount, 6.1 billion will go towards employees compensation, which is personnel emoluments. 1.8 billion Kenya shillings towards the use of goods and services, while 0.156 billion Kenya shillings, which is a grant from the World Bank, will be used to support programs under the sector of agriculture and cooperative development. Honorable Speaker, the committee further notes that the county executive intends to spend 3.49 billion Kenya shillings in the fiscal year 2021-2022 on development projects, representing 30% of the total budget, out of which 2.9 billion Kenya shillings will be used in the acquisition of non-financial assets. The balance of 575,624,310 Kenya shillings represents grants which will be used as follows. A, 400,276,438 Kenya shillings, which is a grant from the World Bank, will support development programs under sector of agriculture, food security, and cooperative development. B, 175,347,872 Kenya shillings, which comprises of 22.0500 Kenya shillings from a grant from Danida to support healthcare programs under the sector of health, and 153,297,872 Kenya shillings, which is meant for medical equipment leasing under the same sector. Madam Speaker, we had sectoral committee interrogations, and I'm going to give a report. Honorable Speaker, the County Assembly sectoral committees, together with sector chief officers, interrogated the various departmental budget ceilings on 22nd and 23rd March 2021. The sectoral committee reports were then forwarded to the Budget and Appropriations Committee for consideration. Public participation. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Article 196(1) A and B of the Constitution and Standing Order number 120, Suborder 3 of the Standing Orders, the clerk placed an advertisement on the Standard newspaper dated 11th March 2021, inviting members of the public and stakeholders to submit their views on the County Fiscal Strategy Paper 2021, whereby written memoranda and recommendations were to be forwarded to the clerk of the County Assembly on or before Monday 22nd March 2021 by 5 p.m. The stakeholders and groups with special interests were further invited for a meeting with the Budget Committee at the Assembly chambers on Monday 22nd March 2021 from 10 a.m. to present their views and recommendations. The Machakos County Fiscal Strategy Paper was uploaded on the County Assembly of Machakos website, which is http://www.machakosassembly.go.ke/, to be accessed by the public. Honorable Speaker, the committee received memoranda from the following. 1. World Vision, memorandum received on 23rd February 2021. 2. Young Professionals for Development, memorandum received on 29th March 2021. the Chief Officer for Young Professionals for Development physically presented his views and recommendations before the committee.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Point of order, Honorable DS. Honorable Ndambuki, briefly rest.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Paul Museku. I represent the people of Bondi North, and I would like to move a point of order under Standing Order number 27 to request for extension of time. Honorable Speaker, that aware that Standing Order number 27, Sub-Order 2, provides that the Speaker shall interrupt business at 12:30 p.m. for the morning sitting. Aware that the Standing Order number 27, Sub-Order 3, provides that the House may resolve to extend its sitting time. Aware that Standing Order number 27, Sub-Order 4, requires motion to extend sitting time to be moved at least 30 minutes before the time appointed and of adjournment. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the motion that the House resolves to extend its sitting time until the business on hand is completed. I would like to request Honorable Alex Kamitu, the Minority Leader, to second my motion.
Thank you, Honorable Museku. Honorable Minority Leader, Alex Kamitu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I stand to second the motion. Thank you.
Thank
Madam
you,
Speaker.
Honorable members. This is a procedural motion. Ordinarily, we don't debate to vote, but it's important that we get the concurrence of the members. Do I get the feeling from the floor, both here and in the extended sitting, that we should extend time to finalize the